is Brooklyn, and today I'll be doing a storytime video while playing with poppets and fidgets. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I was walking into my classroom one day, and I go and see Kennedy at her desk. I walk up to her. I say, "Hey, Kennedy, what's going on?" And she said, "Oh, nothing. I'm just doing my little morning work and stuff like that." And I said, "Oh, okay," because usually every morning I'll go over to her desk and talk to her for a little bit. And so yeah. And so I went over to her desk. I went back over to my desk and just sat there for a little bit. The person next to me, we're just going to say his name is John. So, John is what we're calling him, said, "Hey," and I said, "Hi, what's going on?" He said, "Oh, nothing. I'm just really bored. I brought my orange poppet to school. Everybody calls it a pancake. And take notes, this guy is like one of the weirdest kids in our class." And I said, "Okay." And I said, "Aren't you going to do your morning work?" And he said, "I will in a minute. I'm just going to talk to some friends first." And I said, "Okay." So I go up to my other friend. Let's call her Stephanie. Not even close, but Stephanie, sure. So I went up to Stephanie, and I said, "Hey, Stephanie," because she gave me this signal. She does that every single time I walk in the classroom. She goes, so I walk over to her desk, and it's right behind Kennedy's desk. And I say, "Hey, Stephanie, what do you want?" And then she shows me some drawings that she did, because take notes, this girl is one of the best drawers in our whole entire class, and she loves anime. So I was like, "Oh, that's cool," because she drew an anime character. And I said, "Yeah, that's really cool. How many other drawings do you have, if you had to estimate?" She said, "A lot." And I said, "Oh, okay, that's nice." So I went over back to my desk to unpack my backpack and do my morning work. And so after I did that, I was just working on my morning work. The teacher says, "Hey, Brooklyn, come here for a second." She takes me outside of the classroom. And I was so confused. So she takes me out of the classroom and says, "Hey, has anybody been bothering you at recess or in class or something like that?" And I said, "No, not really, no." And she said, "What do you mean, not really?" And I said, "I don't know. I just not know. I don't think so." And she said, "Okay." And then she walked back in the classroom and said, "Okay, I'm done. You can go back to your seat now and go do your work." And I was so confused. So whenever we wrote our little I can things down, so basically we write in our agendas, and then the teacher comes and signs it. So the teacher comes over and signs my agenda, because I wrote down my stuff that I needed to write down, and she signs it, her initials. And I whisper to her, "What did you need me for? Well, why did you need to ask me that question?" And she said, "Oh, nothing, just a little thing that's been going on in the classroom about people and bugging people and bullying and stuff, and I'm over here like, I've never heard a single person bully somebody. Except for maybe once or twice, which they didn't really hit them or anything. Basically just teasing them, but they were basically joking. Basically, they were actually joking. Like, they do it, but, like, not in a mean way. It's like they're basically teasing. I know they're not doing it on purpose and stuff. And so, we're going to name that person who did that. I'm not going to name them right now because they're not specifically in the story right now. So I say, okay. And so a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes, we get all of our agenda things signed, and we work on our morning work thing. And 5 questions, kind of hard. Basically about like reading and literacy and social studies questions. There's like 2 correct the sentences questions and stuff like that. And so I answered on every single question because she called on me for like every single question. Okay? So she called on me for every single question, at least partly every single question. If it was a correct the sentences question, she would call on me for at least one of the problems, like one of the little things, because usually we would be like, oh, this needs a period, this needs a comma, this needs quotations, and different people would do it. I went up there for one of them. For the rest of the questions, they would be like, oh, what is this? And then somebody would answer, and then they would be like, Brooklyn, do you think it's correct? And I said, yeah. And then she'll call on another person. Be like, hey, do you think this is also correct? And they'll be like, yeah. And they'll be asking random people, why do you think this is correct? She called on me. And I said, well, blah, 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 explained why I thought it was correct. She called on another person because her eyes were kind of suspicious. She was like, okay, so now, no, actually, yes, why do you think it's correct? To another person, I'm not really going to name names, but yes. So, then, after that, we got done with our morning work. I was so confused that day, so I asked to go to the bathroom. And then I was trying to think what was going on, because I really didn't know what was going on, and I was really confused, and I really wanted to know, because I wanted to know what was going on, if I had to tell a parent, if I had to talk to a friend, if I had to just tell somebody about it, if I kept it a secret, if I just don't say anything, or if it's just something normal. And I figured out that I should just go up to the teacher and say, why do you keep calling on me for everything and stuff like that? And this was really awkward to ask because I was so nervous to ask this, because nobody asks their teacher why they always call on them. Right? Right? But yeah, I asked her, I said, oh yeah, I really want to know, why are you asking if people are bugging me and not taking anybody else out of the classroom? Not, picking me for every single question that you did on, the morning work and stuff. And this is what she said, okay? Oh, no reason. I just think that you're a very interesting kind of, yeah. She acted all weird and, cool about it. And I'm over here like, so your answer is, yeah, you're kind of a, yeah, kind of person. And she says, I guess, I don't know. And so, I'm still confused. I go and tell one of my friends about it. And I told Stephanie about it. Stephanie. So I told Stephanie about it, and she was really confused. But then she had an idea, and she thought what it what it might have been. And I was so confused because I didn't know what she had thought. I didn't know anything. But she wouldn't tell me what she thought it was. And I'm going to cut it here. Watch video part 2. Well, 2. 2. To see where this goes next. I'm not going to do my normal outro. But bye, guys. Peace. Part 2 of my weird story thing in the classroom. So, yeah. So, definitely not just going like that. All right, anyway, because I'm too lazy to cut the scene and edit, because I don't really want to edit right now. Anyway, whatever. All right, so I just want to get straight to posting this. So this is a non-edit video. I would add a little clapping sound there, but yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so where was I? Oh yeah, she would not tell me, Stephanie would not tell me what it was. She would not tell me what's up. She would not tell me what she thought it was. She would not tell me anything like that. She said it was too embarrassing to tell me. And I was like, oh, why is it embarrassing? I'm so confused. What's going on to me today? And then I went over to another friend. Let's call her Kylie. Kylie is best friends with Stephanie. And there's another long story about that whole friendship thing. But yeah, she's also one of my best friends. And I told her what happened. And then Stephanie goes over and tells Kylie what she thinks happened to me. Kylie did not tell me what Stephanie told her. Because Stephanie told her not to tell one of her best friends. And I could not stand it that one of my best friends, well, two of my best friends, were keeping a secret from me that involved my life. That was 100%. Well, I think 100%. 99% about me. And of what's happening in my life and how to fix it or what's going on. It's really bugging me because she wouldn't tell me what was going on or what she thought was going on with my life that had nothing to do with her. And so I was getting really angry, really frustrated. So I went over to my other friend. Kennedy. I went over to Kennedy. And I was like, let's call her. No, wait, it was Kennedy. Okay, I can say her name. Anyway, so I would have probably named Kennedy Rachel. But yeah. Anyway, so Rachel / Kennedy was going and on about telling me that she didn't know